With something's cooking at Ubisoft, so this might be the perfect time to jump into the Splinter Cell game. One of the most beloved stealth franchises has been missing for over a decade. This video wasn't even my idea. Huge thanks to the person who suggested checking out the series. I really appreciate it. Anyway, with 7 mainline games out there, it can be a bit confusing where to start, but don't worry, I got you. Let's go over the best way to play Splinter Cell, whether you're new or coming back to it. As usual, we'll go over 2 ways to play the game, starting with the first one, the timeline order. This means we'll follow the events of the story chronologically. Just a heads up though, while I explain, some of the game summaries might include light spoilers, so be aware. Anyway, we're starting off with Splinter Cell 2002. The very first game in the series, set between late 2004 and early 2005 in the timeline. You play as Sam Fisher, a top agent from a secret NSA division, and basically your government's last resort against terrorism. You'll sneak through light and shadow, make enemies talk, or use them as human shields, all while using some seriously advanced gear. Next up is Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow. The sequel set in 2006, 2 years after the first game. You're back as Agent Sam Fisher, this time tracking a terrorist group to uncover the secrets behind Operation Pandora Tomorrow. Sneak through the shadows, catch enemies off guard, and rely on Sam's gadgets to get you out of tight spots more than once. Moving to Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, the sequel to Pandora Tomorrow, set in 2007, even though it came out in 2005. The story takes place during growing tensions between China, North Korea, South Korea, and Japan. Once again, you play as Sam Fisher, and your mission remains the same: stay undetected and get the job done. You can cling to ceilings above laser traps or sneak your way through tight air ducts, whatever it takes to stay in the shadows. Now, we jump to Splinter Cell, Double Agent, which isn't the next by-release date, but it fits here since it's set in 2008, right after the events of Chaos Theory. You're still Sam Fisher, but this time, things get intense as you go undercover as a double agent. There are actually 2 different versions of Double Agent. One was made by Ubisoft Montreal, and the other by Ubisoft Milan and Ubisoft Shanghai. The Milan and Shanghai version uses a completely different engine, while the Montreal one is built on the same tech as the earlier game. Both versions share the same general story, voice actors and music, but they have different missions, twists and level. Oh, and there was even a mobile version made by Gameloft. Next up is Splinter Cell, Essentials, set in 2009, right after Double Agent, with flashbacks to earlier missions. It's a PSP game where you play as Sam Fisher, now a double agent accused of betraying his country. After a mission report brands him as unstable and dangerous, Sam gets arrested and interrogated at NSA headquarters. To find out who's behind the conspiracy, you'll dive into his past and face some uncomfortable truths. There are 12 missions in total, 5 of which are exclusive to the PSP. Now we have Splinter Cell, Conviction, set in 2011, 3 years after Double Agent. Sam Fisher is back for the 5th installment, but this time, it's not just about sneaking around, it's about survival. Sam's been wrongly accused of a crime he didn't commit, and his old employer, Third Echelon, is hunting him. To find out who set him up, what he's accused of, and why, he'll have to trace the truth, if he doesn't get caught first. Finally, Splinter Cell, Blacklist, set in late 2012. 2 years after Conviction, Sam Fisher is back, this time investigating a terrorist plot called the Blacklist that threatens the US. To stop it, he'll rely on his gadgets, a new killing in motion system, and of course, his signature brutal interrogation techniques. And that wraps up the timeline order. If you want to play in release order instead, here's a list. Feel free to pause or take a screenshot. Honestly, there aren't any major changes. The only difference is that Double Agent comes before Essentials. That's it. After years of fans asking for a new Splinter Cell, Ubisoft finally gave in. Kind of. Back in 2021, they announced a remake was in the works. But here we are, nearly 5 years later, and we've seen nothing but concept art. And now, things look even messier. A new job listing shows Ubisoft is looking for a game director for the remake, which is super weird this late into development. Usually, that means something behind the scenes isn't going smoothly. So yeah, the remake probably isn't coming anytime soon. It's not cancelled, but it feels like we're still a few years away. At least there's Splinter Cell, Death Watch on Netflix to hold you over, and that show's already confirmed for a second season. I guess the Splinter Cell remake isn't just a remaster, it's rewriting the 2002 story for a modern audience. It's still about Sam Fisher's first mission, but with big changes. Ubisoft's basically using this as a soft reboot to set up a brand new timeline for the series. Once we get more info, I'll probably make a video breaking down where the remake fits in the timeline, and whether you should play the original or the remake. Just so you know, there's also the Splinter Cell Classic Trilogy HD on PS3. It includes the first 3 games, all remastered and based on the original PC versions. Alright, that's a wrap for today's video. Do you got any other game suggestions? Drop them in the comments. Check out the playlist for more Game Order videos, with plenty more on the way. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.